as you may or may not know, I'm not a fan of objective morality. I just don't buy it. Mostly because I tend to be a bit of a people pleaser. So I almost never object, except to those folks trying to tell me that there is an objective morality, that certain things really are objectively right or wrong. So I guess I do object sometimes. If you're not following this, that's okay. I'm not making any sense. I just needed a silly way to introduce this video. People like me need to have this objective morality demonstrated. And before that, we need to have the term objective defined in a way where we can understand what exactly is being demonstrated should the believer in objective morality attempt such a demonstration. Oftentimes, believers will offer up something universally abhorred, imagining that would be evidence of something being objectively wrong. I'm not sure that universal agreement would constitute objective, but we'll leave that alone for the moment because in talking with theists who are trying to demonstrate the ontology of objective morality, Christian excusagists will frequently use the example of torturing a baby, specifically for the fun of it. Right, Frank?
Is torturing babies for fun really wrong?
Checkmate, right? Torturing babies for fun is something virtually everyone can agree is not just wrong, but always wrong, objectively. No exceptions. Except for those people whose brains don't work in a way which the vast majority of us would consider normative. That's a whole different conversation. Putting that aside for the moment, my first question here is why do we have to go to such extremes, particularly the addition of the words at the end of the sentence, for fun? Is simply torturing babies for some other reason or without any fun factor, would that make it okay? You just can't torture babies for shits and giggles? And why do we even have to go to torturing babies? Why can't we establish objective morality by getting everyone to agree that simply murdering babies is always wrong? Oh, yeah, Christians can't establish any kind of objective morality by agreeing that killing babies is always wrong because the Christian God is totally okay with killing babies at times. And so are Christians, so long as God does it or orders it. And he has indeed done both, according to the Christian Holy Book, which means murdering babies is not objectively wrong according to Christians and the source of their moral grounding. For those of you who need just a bit of remedial education, there are multiple instances in the Christian Holy Book where God murders babies. First, there's the Great Flood, which wiped out everyone on the planet save 8 souls. Then there's the killing of the firstborns in Egypt. God also ordered humans to kill babies when he ordered the conquest of Canaan, with the command to leave alive nothing that breathes. So, murdering babies, not necessarily a bad thing if you're a Christian. But I have another question. If we can all agree, both atheist and Christian, that torturing babies for fun is always wrong, that there is no circumstance we can possibly imagine where we're compelled to think otherwise, then doesn't the being who created a world where torturing babies for fun is not only possible but has likely been done many times, doesn't that make God a being of pure evil? If it's always wrong, then there can be no excusagetic for getting God off the hook here, right? We don't need the possibility of torturing babies for fun to establish our free will, no more than we need the possibility of harming each other merely with our thoughts. And if it's always wrong to torture babies for fun, then there can be no greater goods or morally sufficient reasons why it might be a good thing for that to occur. Right? It's always wrong. For those theists hell-bent on divine command theory, I have this question. If God commanded you to torture a baby merely for fun, would it be good? And could you bring yourself to do it? Would you do it? if God commanded it. Clearly, if you believe that God is the source of all morality and that's what he wanted you to do, you should be okay doing it, right? And even have a good time doing it. Because that's what he's commanded you to do. Torture babies for fun. It seems to me that if God is the source of objective morality and God can not only commit genocide, but order others to commit genocide, and if he can change his mind at any time, thou shalt not murder, unless I say it's okay, then there is no possibility of an objective morality, not for Christians. Unless that just comes down to, whatever he says, even if he said otherwise prior. Once again, I'm me. Thanks for watching.